Alright, today we are looking at Toyota's C-HR in this vibrant yellow color. So the version we have here is the stock version. So there's also the Koba, which has upgraded features and some bells and whistles on the inside. And this is the all-wheel drive version, not the two-wheel drive or front wheel. So we come to the front and we have this edgy styling here with the front lights. These three little dots there, which are pretty cool, and the lining that leads to the nose and the Toyota logo there. And then you come down to the bottom and you have the plastic sort of lip splitter-esque type thing. So basically if you do scrape it, it'll be much easier to replace as opposed to the actual aluminium steel bumper. And then you have the sensors there on the front. You then come over to the wheels, and the stock version has these 17-inch rims. The Koba does have upgraded black rims, which do look a little bit better. And they're Bridgestone tires, which have a decent amount of grip. Let's go a little bit closer and see. We've got the brake pads there. They're 215, 60, 17. So they're decently wide and have a fair bit of grip on them and are quite comfortable to drive and take the heat quite well. You got a little turbo styling there. So this is a 1.2 litre 4-cylinder turbo with only 88 kilowatts of power. So it is a very small engine. And then the styling continues with those bumps there. And when you come to the back door, you have to pull it from over there. So it's not a two-door. A lot of people believe it's a two-door, but that's where the door handle is for the back seats. And then you've also got the Bridgestone tyres at the back, which are same 215, 60, 17. Now, a cool thing about here is you've got a sort of spoiler that goes through. Not sure if that has any aerodynamic effect, but it is cool to have that there. And it does look cool. Then you come back to the lights, the alien style lights on the C-HR, the all-wheel drive badging, and then my little hashtag there for anyone's viewing. You come down to the bottom, there is your spoiler, and a sort of diffuser type bumper there, although it doesn't really do anything. You could have put a few cool lines there. Now we're going to go into the boot. There's your rear view camera. I believe I do have a lot of my training gear there, so don't mind that, but it'll give you a good indication as to how spacey it is. So that's a pretty chunky bag that I've got. It's not the biggest boot, but it definitely isn't the smallest. It does have a spare tire underneath, although I do feel it could go a little bit lower. It could sit maybe there where my finger is and give it a bit more depth. And I guess the spare tire sitting under, I think they just could have lowered it a little bit as well. So we'll leave that open as we're going through it. And then come into the back, open this little seat. I do have more gear here. You've got the diamond styling, which you can see throughout. On there, even the speakers have those diamonds, and on the roof as well, you see these little diamonds that are there. Not the most amount of space. I guess the issue is because it does come down, as you can see the bends, it goes like that. Now people might have some issues hitting their heads on the back if you're quite tall, but overall if you put those forward seats a little bit more forward, because they are pretty far back now. I'm a lanky dude, so I put it pretty far back. The people in the back seats will have plenty of space to sit, but it might be a fair bit tight if you have a baby seat. If you have two baby seats, even worse. Now let's come back here and close this boot. Now we're going to go sit in the front. Normal door here, and the first thing you see, more diamonds there, diamond speakers, C-HR mats, and then the fabric seats. So this is the stock version, which has normal fabric seats. The Koba is the one that gets the leather heated seats. Nothing fancy about these. Come inside, there's the armrest. There is the gear stick, your water bottle holder, just one there, and then you also have a second one where those sunnies, brown sunnies are, but if you have a normal sized bottle, it's actually not going to fit. So you have a decent amount of size at the front for the passenger. Don't mind my tissue box. And we'll go around to the driver's side. Just have a look at the styling as we're going. And so here's manual seat adjusters, nothing electronic here. On here you have here is your, whether you want to stay in your lane keeping assist. That's for cruise, how close ahead to the car in front you want to be. Here is your cruise control little lever there, reset, start, etc. And then over here is your volume, your track, your answering in your phone. Over the sides, auto high beams, and then how bright you want your dash to be. Now the one thing that's disappointing here is this infotainment system, which is basically the same system from around 8 years ago. I recall seeing that in 2011-12 models, and they still haven't updated it. Australia, Toyota hasn't gotten onto CarPlay yet, so it's a little 4.2-inch system that basically just does Bluetooth and charges your phone from that little USB port there, nothing else. It does have dual climate, which is a benefit over there, which you can decide up and down. Those little knobs are quite cool. And then there's your standard system there. There is a decent amount of storage inside here, along with your 12-volt connector. The dash itself is basically analog, and then a digital one right in the middle, which has your speed, and you can go through the settings, all-wheel drive control, which is quite cool, but we'll go through all those settings in another video. So the inside is quite nice, it is quite spacey, however they could definitely update the system a fair bit. That's a bit dated now, and there is a bit that you could improve on. But there it is. I'll take you back out to the outside. Overall, it's a nice little car. We'll take it for a spin and do the full review, but here is your in-depth walkthrough review. And it is, I love the styling of it. It just looks so futuristic. It looks like a little spaceship. And there it is all together. And this colour, I wasn't expecting to like it, but I started to fall for it. The other maroony and blues and whites and blacks are okay, but this just stands out. My only thing is definitely need some updates on the interior and on the power. And with 88 kilowatts of power, definitely something that needs improvement, especially given it's only a 1.2 litre. And just lastly, my hashtag again, there is your sensors and lasers for the adaptive cruise control and lane keeping and all those assistance systems. So there it is.
Hello.